Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. Hope you're all doing great. Welcome to this new video here on Ondo. Wanted to do a full update here regarding mainly the technicals. I think the technicals right now for Ondo are most important. And there's also, as far as I know, there's also no major news. I mean, I know they brought USDY, which is obviously the main stable coin on Ondo, to Stellar a couple of days back, but I don't think that's major news. At the time, that also did not really cause any strong momentum in terms of the price, at least. There was some decent social momentum. I mean, obviously, Stellar still has a major community, so maybe on the long term it has positive effects. But for now, I don't think we should talk about that too much. The TVL of Ondo is still relatively stable, or at least I haven't looked at it, but it's almost always stable. And then what isn't stable is the price action, right? We've been relatively volatile here for Ondo, as you can see. And we'll take a look at the price action in a moment. I mean, I think the last time I covered Ondo was on Wednesday, and I expected them to move a little bit deeper into 78 and maybe even 77 cents over the course of Easter weekend. But Easter weekend obviously was still quite strong. So Ondo was able to hold this liquidity level right here, this POC as support around 82 cents. And from there we are rallying. But that is the main thing I want to talk about, because Ondo itself, as most of you know, has found balance right here in this area. Between, well, the upside is a bit controversial, but let's say 91 cents, that's the main resistance level. And then the main support level, also a little bit ambiguous, but that's between like 77, 79 cents, right? It's never one level, it's always bigger areas. So that's where we are consolidating in between. Since the start of March, since the 10th of March, so Ondo has been one of the most stable coins out there, while not being a stable coin. You can also see right here, I mean, if you take a look at Bitcoin and what happened since the 10th of March, which was right here. I mean, Bitcoin has remained stable as well, but within that stability, much more volatility. But now, with the bullish momentum and with the bullish opening we've had this morning, Ondo has, with the correlation it has to Bitcoin, has started to rally into that main resistance level. So the main thing I think we need to speak about right now is, can we break out? All right, and I think the answer to that is, well, I mean, yes, of course, we can break out. I'm not a magician, all right? Obviously, I can be wrong. But for now, I would be much more careful about a rejection or a fake out, all right? And that's for two main reasons. First of all, the market, all right? So if you take a look at Ondo right now, and I'll look it up real quick so we can see it together. But if you take a look at Ondo right here, the correlation to Bitcoin is over 75%. Which means that for 75% of the time, or the price action, Ondo moves exactly similar to Bitcoin. And Bitcoin has been very strong over the course of this Asian session this morning, but it has left a lot of imbalances to the downside. All right, and Bitcoin dominance is still very high, so when we are going to fill those imbalances, whenever it may be, I mean, that might still take a day or two, but whenever that may be, that's going to pull Ondo together with it as well, down. And then outside of that, I always preach this, if there's one thing you need to break out, it's volume, right? And if you compare, look, the volume is increasing over the course of this morning for Ondo, which is normal. I mean, it's been Easter weekend, the volume dropped down quite low, so you know the volume increasing doesn't really mean that much. And if you compare this volume to the volume we had the last time we rallied and we tried to break out, it's much lower. All right, so therefore, even though I think it's most likely short-term, Ondo is still going to rally into that, I think we're either going to reject from there or pull something like this. All right, as much as I like Ondo, I mean, most of you know that I like Ondo a lot, fundamentally and technically to trade it as well. But at this point of time, I'm just not convinced about the breakout. All right, and if that changes, I mean, the main thing to watch is the volume. All right, if the volume keeps increasing, if the volume stays super high, then we can turn this into a real breakout. But as it stands right now, I'd say a fake out or a rejection, some consolidation at the top, but then a move back into the liquidity zone around 83 cents is most likely. All right, so that's what I think you need to know. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.